Hello, this is the second lecture. Before the lecture, I do want to walk you through the biographical dictionary entry that I assigned, and I read the responses that have come in so far. And we're going to keep doing the same type of format in which I will give you 24 hours from posting the assignment to submit it for extra credit. So basically, I really would like to encourage you to give a fresh reading of it before I give the lecture, um, or before I discuss it in the orally. If you don't, that's okay, as long as you do it by the end of the week. So the idea is by Saturday, I'm going to assess your discussion grades. So please, everything that's hit the page by Saturday will be considered. So I do now want to walk you through the biographical dictionary entry. So it starts out Muhammad ibn Abdulaziz ibn Ali ibn Isa ibn Sa'id ibn Mukhtar al-Ghafiqi. So that's what, one, two, three, four, five, six generations. Six generations. Islam is a tradition that has a very long memory. Islamic traditional society. So, think for a second. How many generations do you know your relatives? How many generations can you name your great 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 grandfather, grandmother? Yeah, I'd be interested if you want to tell me in your discussion section. Whenever I do this in class, the Arabs almost always win. They can go back the furthest, and it is really a society that has a great cultural memory. And so, one of the way, and the whole genre of biographical dictionary is intended in part to enshrine this memory, right? So, as you noted, what's the main thing that's related here? Well, it's the names of the teachers. It's the names of the teachers and what they who he studied with which teacher. But here, and there is, instead of institutional education, you have you're ascribed licenses by individual scholars and hadith transmitters. So it's not like you get a degree, right? Like you're in this class, but as a result of this class, you're gonna get a grade, and that will be you'll get the credits, and that will be going toward a baccalaureate degree. The Islamic system is quite different than the classical Islamic system. What you get is the authorization from the teacher from whom you heard a work to teach it to someone else. That is to say, for example, this is the first teacher on this list, Abu Abdullah ibn Ahbar al-Qurashi. Um, if once Muhammad al-Ghafiqi heard that hadith, he would read it back to al-Qurashi, and if al-Qurashi was satisfied that he had mastered the hadith, that he had memorized it properly, he would give him his authorization to then go ahead and teach the set of hadith that he had learned. So what you end up with is a person-to-person set of relationships and networks going all the way back to the first person to relate the hadith, often the Prophet Muhammad himself, in the case of a hadith, or in the case of a legal book, the founder of the school or one of the key figures. So this is, if memory is the first thing I want to bring up, the second is the reliance on these networks of scholars that persist over generations. So when you study with someone, what you're really doing is studying not only with them, but with the teacher, with their teacher, and their teacher's teacher, and their teacher's teachers, all the way to the author. And this creates sets of relationships both across space and time. A few of you noted the importance of travel. This is a topos. It's a central theme in medieval Islamic society. Traveling in search of knowledge, even to go as far as China. There's one tradition in order to get knowledge. You're expected to do it. One of you asked, is this because there's certain types of knowledge that are found in one place and not another? Yes and no. In the early tradition, there were places that were known for example, having a set of traditions or a set of learning that one had to go to the place to get it. But also, it just becomes a sense of one gets a kind of certain prestige from tracking down knowledge and teachers through by travel. And the other thing I'll mention, actually, in passing, is that many of these scholars were also merchants. So they're also trading as they're gathering religious knowledge. So the religious knowledge is a vocational activity. That is, it's a calling. It's not done for money. They also have professional lives. So this is the second thing: is the network of scholars, and that exists over space and time. And third, just to get into the content, and some of you noticed hadith, I'd also like to point out, so hadith are traditions by and about the Prophet Muhammad and the early community, but there's also linguistic sciences, right? You have lexicography mentioned. Um, and this lexicography, tradition, jurisprudence, these fields are part of what I would call a scholastic education that was standard for the medieval Islamic society. And this traditional Islamic society, traditional Islamic scholarship shares with other scholastic cultures an attention to language, an attention to texts, a sense that it's better to comment on texts that are already transmitted than to create new knowledge. So it's a sensibility in which the feeling is that it's better to preserve knowledge than it is to create it. So I think that's all I'm going to say about this biographical dictionary entry, but I'll be happy to answer more questions that come up online as you read it closely.